when we talked about the cloud, we talked about the fact that you can go global in minutes. You can deploy your applications to different parts of the world in minutes if you're making use of the cloud. How can you do that? The most important concepts that enable you to do that are regions and zones. In this step, let's focus on understanding why we need regions and zones. Let's take a simple example and discuss that. Imagine that your enterprise has a corporate data center in the London region and you have deployed an application in there. Let's assume that your users are distributed globally. What would be the challenges? Challenge 1 is slow access for users from other parts of the world. If I'm accessing this application, let's say from Sydney or Mumbai or Chennai or New York, the application will be a little slow. This is also called high latency. So we have high latency for users from other parts of the world. Number 2, let's imagine a scenario where this data center crashes. Because we have just one instance of the application is no longer available. Your application goes down. So your application has low availability. Now think about this. What can we do to improve this situation? What we'll do is let's add one more data center in London. We have one data center in London, so we are adding one more. So we have corporate data center 1 and corporate data center 2. What would be the challenges now? Challenge 1, slow access for users from other parts of the world, is not fixed yet. It remains. Challenge 2, on the other hand, what if one data center crashes? Is solved. Because even if this data center crashes, we can serve the application from corporate data center 2. That's awesome. So your application is still available from the other data center. However, there is a new challenge. Challenge 3. What if the entire region of London is unavailable? The application would go down. Now we spend a lot of time thinking about this and we come up with a better solution. What do? We add a new region, Mumbai. We have London region, we have a Mumbai region, and each of these regions have 2 data centers each. Now think about our challenges. Challenge number 1 is partly solved. At least the users who are nearer to the Mumbai region will get faster access to the application. We can solve challenge 1 completely by adding deployments for our application in multiple regions around the world. We can add a deployment in Sydney, New York, and multiple other regions in the rest of the world. Number 2, what if one data center crashes? This is already solved. Number 3, what if the entire region of London is unavailable? What happens if London goes down? We would be serving our users from Mumbai. So this is solved as well. By having multiple regions and by having multiple data centers in each of those regions, we can provide high availability to our users. Another thing which improves is latency. Users nearer to each of these regions get faster access to these applications. This is the reason why each of the cloud providers provide concepts called regions and zones or availability zones. In this step, we understood the need for regions and zones. Let's discuss this more in the next step.